right. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about the land where no one returns, okay? South Dakota. We're going to be talking about South Dakota. Now, people don't hear much from South Dakota, the lesser Dakota. Lesser as in like lower, all right? I still believe it should just be one state and we should just call it Dakota or North-South, one of the two. I think that'd be pretty great. Yeah, more like South Dakota, more haha. I'll never recover from that one. Anyways, so in South Dakota, we do know that not much good happens besides oil barons making more money from oil. And that streak of not good things not happening from South Dakota has still continued with what we're going to talk about today. Yeah, they're sub Dakota. They're the submissive Dakota. Yeah, North Dakota is the top Dakota. It's great. Top and bottom. It's like yin and yang, as the world should be. Perfectly balanced. So here, listen to this, okay? So in Dakota, what do they love in Dakota, huh? Besides drilling for oil and destroying their natural resources. You know what they love? Hockey. They love their hockey. And so they did one thing, okay, which I think is pretty bad, but well, they thought it was a very good idea at the moment. As many bad ideas are in the moment, they thought it was very good, but obviously it was not. So we all know how teachers have trouble like paying for stuff in their classrooms, in this country at least. So a lot of places, the schools do not provide adequate funding or sometimes even any funding for a lot of teachers to be able to pay for supplies for their classroom. If you were like a little kid and you remember, it was like, hey, please bring in like pencils and paper towels and stuff and, you know, Kleenex wipes and stuff like paper for everyone. All right. If everybody just brings in something, it'll be like super cool, you know? And that was like that was one way to get us to have anything to be able to actually learn and for the teacher to be in an environment that they can teach. Wow, that's not taken care of already. But, you know, that's a thing here. So this South Dakota mini hockey league was like, you know what? You know what would be a great idea? Let's gather a couple of teachers and give them money. Sick. But instead of giving them money, they decided, instead of just handing them the money, giving them a check or anything, doing a little event, what they did was they set up a little carpet in the middle of the ice rink on like halftime or something, dumped $5,000 in $1 bills and told them to scoop up all of the $1 bills, and all of the money they fit in their shirt is the money they can keep to buy supplies for their classroom. Yeah, you're right. This is just like Squid Game, only they didn't die, as far as I know. Let's take a quick look. Let's take a quick look at what we get to see, okay? At the Premier Center, the Stampede game, where after the first period, local teachers will participate in the first ever Dash for Cash. $5,000 is up for grabs for teachers to use in their classrooms. Ever wonder what $5,000 bills look like? So they treat them like, honestly, this is like worse. I was gonna be like, oh, they treat them like strippers here, but it's worse than strippers, because a lot of the times you like hand money to strippers. That is not hand money to them. It's just like, scoop it up, loser. Oh, look at the bags of $1. Ooh, baby. I love America, bro. I love America, bro. It truly the masters of innovation here with the carpet there. And they did a little thing. They set everybody up. Ooh, the teachers are ready for their dash. They're ready to go. They're running. Oh yeah, and this is another part where they had to walk across the ice and hope not to slip and break their spine getting there. Just normal things. And this is the dash. Wow. Wow, how nice. You're right, this is pretty sick. It is pretty gross, I have to say. I don't like it. Whoa, almost done. Oh, they almost got it all. Yeah. So just to understand like what put us into this position where we've reduced the people who are teaching the next generation of this world, not even just the country, the world, they've been reduced to having to scramble to pick up single dollar bills like you're at like fucking Chuck E. Cheese in the like the ticket booth. You know, they put the tickets in there and then they like blow it. They blow air from the bottom and you're supposed to grab all of it in like 30 seconds, right? They've made a little like fucking Dave and Buster's game into how teachers actually pay to be able to teach kids. And on top of this, if they didn't get enough, they have to pay out of their own pocket with the little that they make already, because teachers aren't paid like that well compared to like the work that they do for society. On top of that, they have to now take another cut from their already, what I think, for the work that they do, meager income, to pay for, to be able to even teach in their own classrooms. And so looking at the problem, instead of thinking, oh, it would be so great to give like even like a couple $100s to like a dozen teachers or more or something, right? Instead of that, we have to make it into a game. We have to gamify it, and not even like a cool, interesting game or something where they're all like guaranteed to get something. This isn't cool. This isn't interesting. There's nothing cute about this. There's nothing cute about these teachers having to, in a developed country, okay? In a country that actually means something, in a real country, okay? This would never happen. Or if it did happen, it would all just be for fun and memes. But this isn't just for fun. It isn't for fun. You didn't volunteer to go here. You didn't like sign up. And just think of all the teachers who couldn't make it. All the money that they have to spend now, instead of being able to scoop up money and put it in your shirt, like all goofy, like to be able to do your actual job by teaching children. They now have to pay like 100% out of their own pocket, or like rely on the goodwill of donations from parents to be able to make sure that they can teach their kids. So in a real country, this wouldn't be a thing. But here, instead, to be able to get any of these people money, they decide instead to just make it a little game, a little cute. Oh, look at them all crawl around. Look at them all crawl around and scoop up money that they need to pay for their classroom. Oh, it's so cool. Just, yeah, teachers on their hands and knees, scrambling desperately to grab money to be able to pay for a couple semesters worth of supplies. Maybe give some to another teacher that they know who knows needs the money. Like, why? This was in 2006, by the way. Still cringe. Still giga cringe. Still giga cringe. Terrible. Awful. Disgusting. Why South Dakota's teachers dash for cash is so gross. Ah, yes, MSNBC, please explain it for us. Explain it for us. Americans used to automatically laud these examples of targeted assistance as forms of community togetherness. And these memes, these amazing memes that lots of capitalists love to feed us. You know those memes where it's like, or those videos that pop off, they're like, child with leukemia whose parents can't afford to pay for her medical bills decides to open up a business. Look at her. She's a small businesswoman. She opens up a little a lemonade stand because she saw her parents crying about how they have to worry about losing their home or losing their child, or probably both if things go bad. Wow. Look, such toughness. Oh, what a country. And someone gave her 500. Oh, what a country. People's homes who get destroyed in natural disasters, left homeless and starving. Community decides to donate almost all of the money that they have, putting themselves in peril to help other people. Yeah, child picks litter to raise money to treat mother's cancer. Yeah, it's just like, this isn't good. That's not good. This shouldn't be happening. And not good as in the sense as it would be better that they didn't have the money. It'd be better in the sense that they shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't live in a world where now this is something that's like regular, that's natural, like a good old feel good story. Oh, look at that togetherness, real feel good story. Here's another one that they tried to push. Here's another one, even regarding teachers that they tried to push. Teachers who had to donate their sick days to a fellow coworker who had cancer, who didn't want to get fired, which was go to chemotherapy and hopefully get cured of cancer, or go to work and die. All right. That's the choice that they gave this person. So knowing that, the other teachers had to donate their own sick days to stop their coworker from having to choose between getting chemo and dying, getting chemo and be forced to work. Yeah, orphan child uses her amazing violin skills to panhandle for money to feed her family. Like, this isn't good. This is not a good world to live in. You shouldn't have to be put in these situations. Why can't we just take care of people? Listen, I don't like to use this word a lot, but this is dystopian. It is. This shit is disgusting. It's gross. With everything that has gone on for the last couple of years with teachers and everything, we thought it would be an awesome group thing for the teachers to do. They said, the teachers in the area, any teacher, they deserve whatever the heck they get. Just give them money. And you know what? Advocate for them to not need to get money to do their literal job. Capitalist dystopia rebranding itself as a feel-good story. It is. You're right. It is the exact way. It is the exact way that they want to lie to you. Like, show you the problems with this system and pretend that it's actually, well, for one, it's not bugs. It is a feature, but it's not bad. It's not a bad feature. Okay. It's a good feature because this lets people grow and look at them. They're coming together. Rip.
Yes! Woo! Holy fuck!
Oh, there's another one. Beautiful. What an incredible use of money. Ah, yes. So throwing $200,000 into the dirt is far better. Far better. Oh, yep, there's another one. Than giving teachers money. Oh, great. Can you imagine like what each one of these, even the Humvees that made it, each one of the Humvees that would have been so amazing to be able to give to teachers to actually like pay for people's medical debt or, you know, something. Expecting the place to get carpet bombed, it just got Humvee bombed. We should be giving all of them a Humvee. That's right. We should be giving every teacher a Humvee. When my mother, an emergency room veteran, was blindsided by her late-stage cancer in late 2014, she had almost enough acquired paid time off to get through her 3 cycles of chemo and 33 rounds of radiation therapy and recovery. When it became clear that the cancer had debilitated her so badly that she needed to retire, she was about a month short of the paid sick days she needed to keep her insurance coverage, a must for the essential and expensive medications, tests, and doctor's visits until she could go on her pension. I don't know what would have done if Nassau University Medical Center on Long Island staff didn't donate her their days up to 10 apiece for her to keep her benefits. But why are we living in a world where you have to donate your benefits? Why are we living in a world where a person with chemotherapy, who needs to get chemotherapy, late stage cancer, needs to worry about like trying to go to work completely debilitated or not being able to pay for any amount of your medical bills moving into the future? The reason is they want you to. They don't care about this. There are more important things, like we just watched, dumping a bunch of Humvees into the dirt. That's where money is better spent, I guess, or more money for the people at the top of the hospital hierarchy. That's where that money is more better spent. The fact that even people have to pay for their insurance in that way. Money's better spent sucking it from the people, the most vulnerable people in society, the ones who have medical problems, and use it to enrich yourself instead of protecting people and taking care of them so they can go on to live happy, prosperous lives. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. That's cringe. That's cringe, okay? You know what isn't cringe? Forcing teachers to scramble on the ground for $5,000 in single bills and shove them in their shirt. Because it's funny. It's community building. It's funny. The backlash to the scramble for the few bucks is increasingly what happens where human interest stories inadvertently highlight the dehumanizing of their subjects. The reaction was compounded when the issues being overcome aren't personal failings, but structural ones. Yeah, like the teachers donating their sick days, or other people having to donate 6 days, or people having to fundraise for like essential things that they need. This is all disgusting. The best answer I can come up with is that the competition on the display is part of the point. I think that's why the video stands among others an example of Band-Aid slapped onto the long-term problems. This is America, where nothing is given freely. Those who need extra help have to earn that assistance. And so not only are the resources being offered relatively meager compared to the overall problem, but also the message being delivered is that the workers must clash amongst themselves for whatever the capital owning class sees fit to provide, and be grateful that they were even given the opportunity. Hello? Base department? Yo, wait, who wrote this article? Who wrote this? Who are you? Hayes Brown, MSNBC columnist. Hello, base department? Yo, this guy's spitting. This guy's spitting. If you're suffering, you need to earn to be taken care of. And even the opportunity to even scramble like this, to crawl on your hands and knees to pick up a couple of dollars, to not be worry about your finances in the future for doing your job, is something that you should be proud. You should be applauding yourself that you had the magnanimousness of the stadium to allow you to have this great moment. Disgusting. Wait till CIA Vosh reads this. Yeah, I'm ready for it. By earn, they mean have the chance to scoop them up from the ground, go to the school gym. Yeah. So what they mean is like, you have to prove your worth, that you're worthy not dying or not suffering. And if you don't hustle hard enough, then you obviously just didn't want it. And so you can just get fucked, I guess. And it doesn't matter if like that hustling hard enough means you skip chemotherapy treatment to go to work, or you like degrade yourself to crawl around like this to pick up a couple of dollars to pay for a couple semesters into your future. Yeah, you aren't suffering enough for us to help you. You shouldn't be suffering in the first place. Disgusting treatment of people that is not relegated just to teachers. Like we said, lots of people have to go through stuff like this when it comes to medical debt. Even it's terrible. MSNBC is so mask off in the corporate Democrat game. True. That's true. But hey, listen, we got this one guy, Hayes Brown. He's in there, okay? My man's in the trenches. Who is this guy? I like this. I like this. I follow him. I want to see what he does.